the top 3 best Nintendo handhelds and the top 3 worst Nintendo handhelds. Let's get started. Number 3 for worst Nintendo handheld, Game Boy Micro. The Game Boy Micro, released back in 2005, can play Game Boy Advance games, but it can't play any Game Boy games or Game Boy Color games, which the Game Boy Advance can do. Also, it costs around $100, which the DS was out too. The DS costed $150, which is more than the Micro, but the DS can play GBA games and DS games. So why would you get a Game Boy Micro? Just use your DS to play GBA games. Number 3 best. New Nintendo 3DS XL. The new Nintendo 3DS XL is larger than the original new Nintendo 3DS, so your hands don't hurt after a while playing. Also, you could play more games on it than the original 3DS, like Minecraft and the SNES games. Also, the 3DS can play DS games too. It has a camera that can take videos and photos. The 3DS family has games like Pokemon Sun and Moon, Super Mario 3D Land, Luigi's Mansion's Dark Moon, Mario Kart 7, and so much more. Number 2 worst handheld, the 2DS. The new Nintendo 2DS is okay, but the original 2DS is no good. It is like you duct tape the 3DS open so it can't close anymore. Second, they marketed the 2DS for little children, but the 2DS would probably get destroyed because the 2DS can't close like the other 3DS models. Third, there is no 3D feature to turn on, and the 2DS's name sounds silly. What's next, the 1DS or the 4DS? Number 2, best Nintendo handheld. The Game Boy Advance SP, or GBA for short. The Game Boy Advance SP is a major step up from the original GBA. The GBA SP can now close, and this will protect the screen from getting cracked. The GBA SP charges by using a charging wire instead of batteries. You can buy a camera for the GBA to plug in and take pictures. Also, you can buy a wireless connect cable, so you could play with your friend without a wired one. The Game Boy Advance SP has a backlight behind the screen, so you could see better, unlike the original. The Game Boy Advance has games like Mario Advance, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and Sonic Advance, and a bunch more. Number 1 worst, the Virtual Boy. You thought the Wii U fared hardly. The Wii U sold only 11 million units. The Virtual Boy sold only about 200,000 units.
That's no good.
The Virtual Boy only has about 20 games. That's not a lot. There's a stand instead of a head strap. You can't play this a lot because the Virtual Boy gives you headaches, and the Virtual Boy only has 2 colors in its games, black and red. The Virtual Boy is bad, but it is still very expensive today still. It is about $300. The Nintendo Switch costs $300. One of the best Nintendo consoles has the same value as one of the most worst handhelds. Number 1 best Nintendo handheld, the DS Lite. I didn't put the DSi as number 1 because it can't play GBA games. The DS is the most successful handheld. Nintendo sold 150 million units. That is more than the first PlayStation. The DS Lite has a GBA slot like I brought up earlier. What handheld was ranked second for best? The GBA. It's epic the DS can play DS and GBA games. The DS Lite has a camera that can take photos. The DS library is great. It has new Super Mario Bros, Pokemon Black and White, Super Mario 64 DS, Mario Kart D, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, and a bunch more. That is it. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.